Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this one today. It's very special, our meditation on this Monday, because we're in the full moon energy of the wolf moon. And I don't know where you've all slid in from today. Voice is still coming back beautifully, getting stronger all the time. But as usual, things will be different in everybody's Monday morning lifetime. So we're here in whatever space you're in. I wasn't sure I'd be 100% in this space today on the way here, so I've been taking my time to mindfully arrive. And I'm just going to pick up this nice big piece of red jasper just to help to ground me in this space. Had time to gently set the space up in moments, but remember, that's all you ever need when you're going to meditate. So wherever you are, you can either picture this piece of red jasper helping to ground you. And I've just lit a couple of candles, one for me to hold my light high and one for you. And again, whoever's watching in current or future. And remember that is the most important thing, is setting the intention. And whatever you're bringing in today. So for example, with this full moon, is all about the wolf moon. It's called by many other names, but specifically, it's about this time of year, is about, feathering our nest, getting ourselves set up for what's to come, really making ourselves comfortable. It's a good time for leaning into what's there. And what the wolf moon can bring up is our wish and desire to connect with our tribe, to share our knowledge, but also to hear and receive and to find our team. So, of course, what that can bring up is family issues, relationship issues, friendship issues, or anything. It might not even be an issue. It might be a beautiful thing. And of course, all things, whatever they are, even if they're issues, they're really just triggers that are coming up to help us to find the beauty in those relationships. And sometimes that beauty may be by letting them go for a while or letting them go fallow. Other times it might be they won't require more of our energy. But what this full moon is going to do, with it being the wolf moon, as well as that community and communal aspect, it's also taking us deep into our intuitive abilities, helping us to trust our intuition and our instincts. So what that tells us is it's about centering us. It helps us to center in line with that beautiful star, our guiding star, our North Star, our Polaris, our inner highest divine spark, aligning with that so that we feel more balanced and centered in our approach. So that we can then deal with whatever issues they are, like phones ringing because you've been not switched them off. So let's just get that one out of the way. So with things like that, it's how do we be not triggered by them, and how do we regain our focus and center within those spaces and trust our own instincts to find our way through. And that even if something does ruffle our feathers, that we're able to go, oh, my feathers are being ruffled. Let me see if I can sit in there, listen to my body, hear the emotion that's bringing up, and just be with it until it passes, and then choose how I wish to show up in that scenario. So anything that's triggering us is going to be helped through this moon. And why we're connected with the full moon energy is because we are really seasonally affected. And you may have noticed it, and I'll share this with you just so that you might start to recognize in yourself, if you're not already, that when the full moon's coming in, and this one has been quite strong, like particularly as it's been so visible. And last night the light was so strong through the window, and it has definitely felt like the last sort of week leading up to it, everything's been getting busier and busier, not in a bad way, not in a rushed way, but in a like, oh, I've got lots of energy to get things done, even though I'm like, yeah, but how's that possible? Because really I need to be, I haven't had much sleep, I've had coughing and all sorts of things. So it's not necessarily about doing this, but it's about being in the soul, it's channeling all the stuff and being able to land a lot of it in one go, or even just pulling in the things that you want to put right at this time. So we're here just to join in and say, hooray, we're going to welcome in that really vibrant full moon energy for these actions that we're going to take. Some of them might be they're very internal actions, of course. So we're welcoming in that full moon energy, and we're just going to connect with Reiki. Reiki is going to bring in that spiritual guidance, that highest wisdom in to help us to align even more poignantly with all of that. So we're working in those two spaces. So as we're talking now, we're going to bring it down a little bit more, start to slow things down into a meditative space as we each land and take on board what that might feel like to us. Just taking in a deep breath and allowing things to slowly fall away. And just maybe doing a little cutting any bonds that are down your legs and across your body and your arms, just cutting and knocking off any little bit of dry bathing, flicking the energy away into that beautiful cosmic dustbin for transmutation, and back to the trees and plants and cosmos, just to help us really land in this space, cutting ourselves away from all the to-do lists, all the worries and the fears and the not enoughs, and the guilts, and just going, okay, I honor myself in this time. Coming into our center, bringing our hands into Gasho, if you want to join with that. Thumbs in heart space to connect to our heart so that we are intending and bringing everything from our heart and into our heart. Feeling that connection going up through the crown chakra, intending that it comes flowing down from our divine spark, Polaris. Just recognizing that we have that ability, we have the knowingness to solve our problems. We know what we need to do in each given moment. The answers are there. Just building our empowerment to know this. Feeling that connection flow down into your heart space. And inviting in the full moon energy of this wolf moon and the sensations that may conjure up for you, the beauty of the fullest, brightest, clearest moon, the energy of the wolf, the wilderness, the plaintive crying, the seeking, the knowingness, the connection. That instinct that wolves have to know where to be and how to connect across vast distances. To work as a team. And bringing in with that beautiful moon energy, that silvery glow that crystallizes beautiful light codes down into our auric field, reawakening all parts of us who wish to receive this calling. Breathing in that energy, giving permission for all of your cells to breathe in this energy. Feel it breathing in through your head, through your neck and shoulders, through your chest. And where that silver light comes in, it simply relaxes. And as the space it enters relaxes, it's open to receiving. Open to receiving the gifts that this silver moonlight has for you specifically and uniquely. You're your own signature tune, and only you have the messages that you can bring. The moon supports our journey with unconditional love to help us allow that flow and that to be our voice among all the other noises and sounds that call our attention. The moon harnesses our energy and brings it back to us to recenter in our purest form, in alignment with the cosmos, in synchronicity with the earth, and in unity with all of the creatures and plants of earth. And we allow that flow to move through us, gently moving down through our body to where we're sitting, and down through our legs, switching on all those cells, relaxing them, opening them up to receive the frequency of this full moon. And now the Reiki energy of the Holy Fire can begin to flow in to support and enhance this journey. Holy Fire, Holy Fire, Holy Fire. This energy, the warm energy, it helps to burn away any parts of us that resist our true sense of alignment through fear, whatever reason. Any feelings of not being enough, not knowing the answers, feeling alone or isolated. And the Holy Fire helps to burn those gently away. They'll be different for each of us, different causes, different histories. But there is that sense of commonality there in the human experience. So we are never alone. This holy fire helps to transmute the energy of isolation into one of independence, and to clear any attachments through our connections, to allow a healthy sense of interdependence, lifting away any fears that support attachments that are not helping us, any attachments to triggers, any attachment to external perceptions that are strong and pervasive but are not part of our own inner path, our own inner sense of our own knowingness about who we are. And the holy fire moves through you, filling you up with its beautiful light. Shines down from above, enters your soul. And just be willing to surrender and let go to its divine guidance, its intrinsic knowledge of exactly who you are. And as the flames ignite your soul, they remind you of who you are. Allow yourself now to be guided by this experience, trusting in your own light, guided by the light of the Holy Fire. And as you feel this energy moving through you, centering you, aligning you, trust in its flow. Continue to release, let go, breathe out into the flow. And feel now the energy helping you to grow roots. Carry this pure alignment you've achieved. Rooting you deep into the earth, reminding you of the foundations that you have been building throughout your life, the springboard that is here for you, the knowledge, the tools and the skills that support you in your purest intention. Just allowing them to show up for you as they are. Feeling a sense of empowerment to operate in your truest light. And to see things from this sense of alignment as you move forward. Feeling your heart open. Energy drop deep down. Rooting your spiritual knowledge into your physical presence. And as you gently come back into your space, feeling that empowerment resonating throughout your body, you can come into Gasho, offer your gratitude any way you wish. Simply acknowledging and intending that you wish to continue to regain alignment in every moment. And as we come back into the room, gently give yourselves a pat and a rub on the shoulders in solidarity and consolidation of the fact that you are a loving and warm human being, empowered to bring your wisdom to earth in this journey. And that we don't choose by not getting it wrong. We choose because we see things, we start to feel ourselves going down a wrong track or getting caught up in an energy that's not necessarily in alignment, but we just recognize it before we've gone too far and draw ourselves back into that aligned space. And as we get more and more proficient at doing this, the time elapsed between calm and peace and the bigger waves that of emotion that hit us become smaller. And it's our own practice that helps us to do that. But we are all fully capable of having that, sustaining that sense of inner peace within us and that sense of centeredness. And that sometimes that expresses itself in an emotional way to help to serve vulnerability, the vulnerability of ourselves, so that others can feel a sense of safety in expressing their vulnerability. Or perhaps it's expressed in a sense of empowerment, or perhaps it comes out as a sense of justice in a situation where hard boundaries are needed. But the key thing is that it is coming always from a sense of alignment. And the more we align with that inner essence, the more our intention is going to be, and our intuition is going to guide us in line with that. in every moment. So there we go. We've taken a good stride into Monday today, a really good positive stride. And of course, not only that, a big stride into 2025, another big weekly stride into 25. So thank you for joining me. And of course, I love hearing your journeys and stories around this. I've got so much to share with the wonderful things that have happened to me through following this journey this past year, doing these weekly meditations, encouraging myself every time to do this somatic work, tuning into my body. And the more we practice it, the better we get at it, and the better we can see so much more clearly and see different truths and transcend things more effectively and fluidly. So yeah, I welcome you to continue to join in as you're drawn, or seek your own way of validating that within yourselves. But that truly is a beautiful way to honor our human nature in its highest form as we move through these earthly journeys. So yeah, have a great week, everybody, and I will see you next time. Remember that Nicole and I are doing our new moon meditations. Now it's all about moon and nature. We're taking ourselves in again when it's that quiet nestling down side, to gently work on viewing our shadows and transmuting them. What are those things that come up? What are those big waves? What are the things that feel like we're being crashed by? And how are we going to bring those into a space that we can nurture and love and make them into something beautiful, so that again we heal more parts of ourselves? And that's a year-long series. So that's what we've been doing this last year in meditations, but in a nice little safe little sacred circle. It is all online, so you can join from anywhere. But it'll be a lovely space to share together within and to grow together within, and very safe in that way. And certainly with the fact of what we're bringing into that space, with the energies and the knowledge and wisdom of everyone that will combine into that, it will be deeply transformative. And a wonderful frequency to bring to the earth and the planet, I feel too. There's a lot of power, and a lot of, and by power, I mean empowerment, power in its strongest sense of beauty, that can come from uniting together. And we'll be honoring that in so many different ways in that group, so that we can bring our own sense of peace to the world, our world and the external world. So I hope you can join us on that. Goodbye for now. Have a great week.